Hi, I'm P, and this is,
H.
and we are Veggies. We've noticed that a lot of the food that we can get in the grocery store is absolutely lacking in nutritional value and flavor. And we want to teach people how to grow their own because there's no fulfillment in just buying it.
Growing your own veggies is so fun. You get to watch it grow from the seed all the way to a full-blown plant, and the satisfaction that you get knowing that you grew what you're putting in your family's body makes all the difference in the world. It nurtures your soul too.
Absolutely does. And you can grow your own medicine. So I currently grow microgreens, and
I currently raise chickens.
but we're planning on expanding to a large variety of garden plants and other things to help educate all our viewers so that they can do it themselves. I personally have a background in science, and I want to teach as much of the science behind it as I can because I personally find that interesting.
And I just grew up working with what you got, so I'm going to show you ways that you can make a garden with what you can come up with without having to spend a ton of money.
Absolutely, without having to spend a ton of money, because nobody has any of that anymore, right?
No. And while a designer greenhouse sounds great and all, how many people can actually afford a designer greenhouse?
So true.
So on the topic of new things, we want to start growing plant medicine. This one in particular is mullein. I actually foraged this in New Mexico whenever I was there. This one is yarrow, and I foraged this one in Oklahoma. But we want to get to where we can grow these. Maybe not these exact plants because our climate may not tolerate growing them. These grow natural in the wild, so we can't always replicate that. But there are medicinal herbs that we can grow. And what better place to be where your pharmacy is in your backyard?
Absolutely. One of the things that I have seen growing around here is wild lettuce.
Oh,
and
yes.
I know that that is a really good analgesic, I believe is the appropriate word to use there. I will have to defer to someone with more knowledge in that area though than me.
Wild lettuce is actually an incredible painkiller. You can replace all of your pain medicines, your Tylenol, ibuprofen, any of those with the wild lettuce. It's fairly easy to make. You just cut the leaves, soak them down in water when you break. A lot of times it's a weed to most people, but when you break the stem open, the white sappy foam is the medicine.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't just take a leaf and eat it. You have to extract it. There's always an extraction method with any herb. These soak in vodka or oil, and you can create tinctures or balms or salves. With the wild lettuce, you just boil it down in water, and it creates like a black tar almost. And it is such a potent painkiller that some people refer to it as it can be almost as powerful as opium.
Mm-hmm.
But you want to take smaller doses, small doses. But it's natural, so you're not having the chemical burden on your kidney or liver or heart, any of your internal organs, because it came from God.
Absolutely. And I remember the words of Hippocrates, let thy food be thy medicine.
Absolutely. And that's one way you can do it. That's a natural one that's grown in our area, and I'm pretty for certain everyone's got it growing in their yard. But we want to be intentional about what we grow, that we can treat the ailments that arise as just naturally come about in our lives, and we can treat them without having to turn to pharmaceuticals.
Absolutely. One of the things that I have actually started growing last year, and it has come back this year, is comfrey.
Oh, yes.
So I have several comfrey plants that I have been nurturing, and hopefully will grow really big this year, as they should, because that's what comfrey does. I grow comfrey for a multitude of non-medicinal reasons, mostly as a dynamic nutrient accumulator and as a cover crop, so I can drop it so it makes a green kind of mulch. But it also has
a lot of medicinal benefits. I can't remember that comfrey off the top of my head.
knit bone.
Oh, that's right. It helps heal wounds internally.
Yes, it is for an external application. You can make a salve out of it, and you can take it a little bit internally, but it has a lot of alkaloids in it that are not so good for us but it can absolutely be used externally to heal wounds, to knit bones together. It's such an amazing plant.
And it's right there
Yep.
for our use.
So
Much like mullein, it has the medicinal qualities to help with mucus, getting sickness out of your lungs. Anytime you have any kind of sickness, you can make a tea or a tincture. Some, like Indians, used to smoke it. I know that sounds weird, to help your lungs by smoking something, but it helps vasodilate your bronchioles so that you can release all that mucus that's trapped. Yarrow, much like comfrey, is a healing agent, and you can make, my favorite way is through a salve, and if you've got any kind of cut, scrape, any of that, it'll help heal it. That's been a first aid keeper for us as well.
Absolutely. There's so many medicinal plants that have been forgotten by Western medicine for a multitude of reasons that we won't necessarily go into, but you can have the power to take care of yourself.
And we want to help teach you along the way.
There you go. Okay, y'all.
Have a healthier tomorrow.
Yeah, you're talking about medicine.
So join us on our journey.